Hola amigos de Canadá nos encontramos en CCTB en la ciudad de Vancouver con nuestros amigos Jason y Melissa y vamos a tener una pequeña entrevista en inglés, así que escuchen muy bien. First of all, I would like to ask you regarding the resumes. That's something students struggle the most when they're about to apply for a job. So if you can give us a recommendation for our students, especially in the tech industry.
Absolutely. So when our students start their orientation, we do a full workshop on how to write a resume for Canada. We don't want the students to have to try and write down all of the information on it, so then we provide it to them with all of the links. We recommend that they use Canva. We recommend that they do the LinkedIn interviewing and the different techniques to make sure that their resume looks great. And as well, we make sure that they highlight anything that's going to show an employer in Canada that they have multicultural experience.
Okay.
So have they ever worked somewhere, very fast paced, somewhere, where they had tourism or people from different groups, where you work at a multinational company,
Okay.
right? Because that kind of thing shows employers that you can work with a diverse group of people, because Canada is such a diverse place.
Exactly.
Right?
And once they get a job, please tell me, how much can students get for salary in the tech industry?
As an example, we actually ran some recent government-funded initiatives, very short training technology-related programs, and we had some students that were coming out of that software quality assurance and test automation program that were earning over $100,000. Now, that's not the rule, but it's just to show you that what's achievable. So particularly what we do, a typical range that they'll tell you if you go to any sort of employment-based website, the median average salary for a technology worker is somewhere in the neighborhood of something like $86,000 Canadian a year. Now, while that is the case, right, there also is there's a low point of entry where salaries are much lower. But what we train our students to do is we train our students to go after sort of more middle to intermediate level roles. There's actually a lot more of them available, because most people typically, when they're entering a new field, they're going to target sort of those entry-level positions. We train them not to do that. We have a very comprehensive employment preparation and development program that's included in all of our programs. So we do a lot of training with students on how to take them from students and turn them into professionals, so that they can reach those higher salary bars right out of their program. And luckily for students, because in Vancouver, well, in Canada as well, but predominantly in Vancouver, there's such an employment shortage for high quality technology workers that there's an enormous demand for talented individuals in that space.
Perfect. And here, students have a co-op program.
Yes.
First, they have to come study and do all the academic part.
Yes.
And then they will go to put in practice what they learn in class. So what are your partners for co-ops?
We have an enormous list, but for example, for technologies, we have larger tech companies like SAP and Vizier. So they're very large tech companies, ranging all the way down to many, many, many startups. So Vancouver is a startup hub of Canada for technology related companies and organizations. There's a lot of tech accelerators within Vancouver with a lot of very unique, interesting tech companies, a lot of e-vehicles, software companies, AI related industry-based companies as well, that are always looking for high quality students. So we have quite an in-depth range. And of course, we'd be more than happy to provide you with a list. For our non-tech programs, we actually have a lot of partnerships with a lot of the local like hotels within Vancouver. So there's a lot of larger hotel organizations within Vancouver, Tourism Burnaby, Tourism Richmond, and they represent an entire body of different hotel organizations within Vancouver, and they're always looking to take really competent, high quality students.
Perfect. And Melissa, tell us, how can CCBT help those students? What are the services you can provide to students?
Well, we like to make sure that we make every student, as Jason said, they start as a student and then they become a professional. And that's not just in tech, that's in everything. So we are working our best to get them employment ready. We make sure that when they come here, they understand that there's a lot of support. We make sure that they know about our mental health resources, about our student services. We have activities so they can spend time together We do workshops teaching them how to get their first job. Then we focus on career planning, workshops on interviewing, on cover letters. All the way through this, we're also providing them with information about job fairs, about different webinars they should attend, and encouraging them to come and talk to us, right? As well, we keep a pretty close eye on their academic progress. If a student is missing classes or has missing attendance, we talk to them. What's going on? I don't want to wait till the end and say you failed because you never came to class. Well, that's terrible. And since I'm the campus mom, that means I'll give them a hug, but it also means I'll say, go to class, do your homework. So we make sure that we take care of them all the way through and just show them support.
Great. And last but not least, tell me something you love the most about Vancouver. One thing, it's your favorite thing in Vancouver.
I think we have probably the nicest environment in all of Canada. And by environment, I mean, when you're here, or if you've seen pictures on the internet, we have the mountains, we have beaches, we have hiking, we have sailing, we have you get a little bit of everything here. So what I like to say about Vancouver, it's the only place, or one of the only places in the world where you can go skiing in the morning and sailing in the afternoon. And it's absolutely beautiful here, especially in the summer, but the winter and the fall are also amazing. So I really, really like the environment, and just the scenery in Vancouver is exceptional. Amazing.
Perfect. What about you, Melissa?
Well, he is right about all of that. But for me, a lot of it is because I've worked in education, international education in Vancouver for a long time. Vancouver, I see as a city a huge opportunity. Mm-hmm. People can come here and change their whole lives. As Jason said, we have the startup companies. We have, new ideas. We have accelerator labs. We have all of these places and things where people can build, starting with just a blank slate. Come to this beautiful city with these friendly people and really go after and live your dreams.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Amigos, muchas gracias por vernos y recuerden que CCTB los espera aquí en la ciudad de Vancouver, sobre todo si estás interesado en trabajar en Permiso.